morning. Now, Safia stood up against these EDL demonstrators in Birmingham, and Phil, it's really important to stress that the EDL rally in Century Square attracted about 100 supporters and actually passed without any major disorder. West Midlands Police said 2 people thought to be counter-protesters had been arrested for alleged breaches of the police. I'm going to go to my first guest, who's Reza Nadeem from the Muslim Public Affairs Committee. Welcome to the Asian Network.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining us. Now, Reza, do you think within the Asian community that we are standing up for each other enough? That the image of Safia struck us this morning because, of course, it's gone viral. But surely if we were standing up for each other, we wouldn't be so surprised at such an image.
No, definitely. I don't think enough is being done about it. I mean, the fact that in Birmingham yesterday, when the EDL were marching, you had the Birmingham Central Mosque organising a tea party in response. For me, really, Safia Khan has shown what's the correct way of responding. You don't have to be aggressive. You just have to be assertive and stand your ground and say that this is my town. I'm not going to allow racists to overrun it in any way, shape or form, no matter what your numbers. Even one racist is one racist too many. And I think, so that's within the Muslim community. I think Safia Khan has shown actually how most Muslims would like to respond to racists, which says, I'm going to stand in front of you and show I'm not afraid. And actually, I think that's where Muslim institutions have failed, because they haven't provided that sort of leadership and encouraged that kind of strong protest style. Rather, they said, let's run away and hold tea parties. But generally within Asian communities, I think they don't come to each other's aid. And I think part of it is some people have fallen for that Islamophobic narrative, because most of this racism is sadly directed towards Muslims. I think sometimes you find members of different Asian communities saying, well, they brought that upon themselves because of their so-and-so terrorist extremist.
All right, Tamana, Reza, stay with me. I want to bring in a caller, Sanjay, who's called in from Leicester. Welcome to the big debate, Sanjay.
Hi, morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Now, you've heard Reza and Tamana there talking about their views. What do you think that, as an Asian community, we can do better to be standing up for each other?
We do stand up for each other. If somebody's in trouble, we do stand up. I just rang in because Reza was talking about the EDL. So what I wanted to say is that the EDL doesn't condone behaviour like this. They're not a racist organisation. It's just a defence league. And Tommy Robinson, the leader, is already actions like this anyway.
Well, Tommy Robinson isn't the leader anymore, though, is he, Sanjay? So let's just get our facts right there.
Okay, looking at the picture, because this is what we're talking about, looking at the picture of it, all I see is an Asian woman smiling at the EDL guy, which means if she's smiling, she's winding him up at the same time. Not that I condone it.
So I smile often, a lot of people. Does that mean I'm winding people up? How can you take a smile as winding someone up, Sanjay?
It does, because if somebody's frustrated and angry,
maybe you haven't got people smiling at you. I don't know if you get, you're getting wound up at a smile.
Well, you can just look at the picture and just see it. But I'm just looking at it. All I'm seeing is that she's smiling, winding him up, and the way they've made it out like everyone's bullying her. Well, the thing is, I would only intervene in something like this if somebody was attacking a girl. If I saw somebody attacking her, then I would intervene. It doesn't matter if she's a Muslim lady. But from what if I was there and I was looking at such a thing, I would be recording it, but I would not be intervening because it's nothing to do with me. But it just shows you the mentality of this Asian lady with a smile on her face, because if she really was hurt in any way, she'd be upset or crying or something, or,
She is standing up to demonstrators in her town, and she said she intervened after she said that she saw 25 EDL demonstrators surround another woman, at which point she intervened.
Yeah, but they went up to her afterwards and got angry because they were having a minute of silence, weren't they?
And we've asked her about that when we interviewed her this morning, and she's clearly said that she would observe a minute of silence for anybody, and that the EDL are incorrect in trying to slander her in that way.
Okay, now just one question. Why would you believe her word over all them EDL members? Why wouldn't you ask both stories and then come up with a conclusion?
Well, we have given a comment about the EDL earlier at the top of this programme, and we've said that the EDL rally attracted about 100 supporters, and it's not about believing one side or the other, Sanjay. That image speaks 1,000 words in itself. The policeman in that image, I'm looking at it now, is having to intervene in that. You can clearly see both parties are agitated. One happens to be smiling because she's standing up for her community.
I agree. In a way, I do agree. But, over the years, if you look at all these, EDL and Britain First rallies when they're having peaceful protests, all you get are Muslims, Asians, and left-wing white people helping them. And they're arguing with the peaceful demonstrators at the EDL and Britain First demonstrations. So this is what I'm saying.
No, Sanjay. We said at the top of the hour that this was a peaceful demonstration. We made that clear. Reza, let me bring you in because Sanjay said he was calling in response to some things that you've said about the EDL. So do you want to respond to Sanjay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm smiling right now at what Sanjay's saying, not because I'm agitating him, because I think his points are ridiculous. I mean, for him to say, just from that image, that he's figured out that Sophia Khan must be agitating this poor old EDL demonstrator who Sanjay must explain isn't racist, because, they just, it's the thing is, when Sanjay will only record, he wouldn't help her out until she's actually, someone's landed a blow on this lady. Sanjay's part of the problem. When you ask, why don't we do more to deal with these issues? Do we do enough to stand up? Sanjay's proof that we don't, because part of it is he's got an issue with Muslims as well. It's coming out of the way he's talking right now.
Yeah, can I respond to that? Over the years, Reza, believe me, I've heard you for years and years argue with...
No, Sanjay, let's keep it on this issue.
Okay, but just one second, then I'll quickly look. I've heard him argue with Douglas Murray, everyone, and every time he gets owned and he's in complete denial. But yeah,
Sanjay, it's about would you step in, and you clearly said that you would film it and you wouldn't intervene, and Reza has challenged you on that.
Even if it was a Hindu lady or a Sikh or anyone, even if it was a white lady, I would walk up, and if there was something, I would notice a lady being in trouble, like if she was hurt or something or upset, then I would...
Hang on, Sanjay, that's such... Sanjay, so you have to wait. So the thing is this, there is a situation that's escalating. There's clearly tension in the air. Yeah. Wouldn't the sensible thing to be... And hang on. She's smiling, but hang on. That happens throughout a range of a conversation, right? Right now, I'm angry. Before I was laughing at your point. Now I'm angry about them. So my facial expressions may change, right? So hang on. There's tension clearly in the room, in that environment. It could escalate really severely, become violent. Wouldn't the sensible thing be to do to de-escalate the situation, rather than say, no, I'm going to wait until someone lands a punch, then I'll jump in? That's stupid.
They would never have landed a punch, because EDL would never do that, believe me, especially to a lady. That's one thing they would never do. They can get passionate and angry, and that's exactly what's happened.
So, Sanjay, you're speaking for the whole EDL now, saying that they never get angry or whatever?
I would say, I never spoke for the whole EDL, but just looking at it, I believe that. Which normal man would hit a woman? If you go on YouTube, all I see is Muslim men hitting women.
All right, Sanjay, do you know what? Yeah. That's we're not going to have you on here making these sweeping generalisations. So thank you for calling in. Thank you for your call. I'm going to go to my next guest, who's Kasim Chowdhury from Birmingham. Now, welcome to the Asian Network, Kasim.
Hi, Shazia, how are you?
Very well. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, you're a volunteer at Birmingham Central Mosque, and you were at the march and the Tea Party. Do you want to tell us a bit about how events unfolded over the weekend?
I mean, I'll start with Sanjay. I think, I listen to your show all the time, as you know. Every time he comes on, it's complete Muslim bashing, and, calling alcohol-fueled thugs chanting hate slogans as peaceful is quite ironic, to be honest, but, that's a story for another day.